This YouTube show is about two brothers from regional Australia, an accountant and a trader. Together, they have developed groundbreaking trading indicators under the moniker AlphanumetriX. Watch each week as they manage a $50,000 portfolio and battle against the S&P 500.
Hey guys, welcome back to AlphanumetriX YouTube channel. A lot to go over today. A lot to go over in today's show. I'm going to run you through why I decided to take profit on the trades that we got into on those really great green diamond 3-day entries. What we're looking for now. We're back to work. We're going back to work. We're looking for good entries. Whether that's lower or higher, we'll try and decipher that using AlphanumetriX. It's really important to note how by using AlphanumetriX, you are trading from a position of strength. We got into a great trade. It started to turn against us, predictably turn against us. So we made a decision to pull profit on those trades, and now we're comfortable. We're sitting in no trade except for a short position, which I'll run through with you as well. But we're back to work, looking for another great long-term entry. So let's get straight into the charts and see if we can decipher what Bitcoin and Ethereum are up to. Thanks guys for joining. Alright, we're going to start now on the 3-day time frame, as we really love this time frame for Bitcoin. As Bitcoin came crashing down here, we were looking for a green diamond buy. As you all know, if you've been following along, we did get that buy exactly where we wanted it, at that 33,000 mark. We started filtering in buys throughout this period here. We had an average entry to be 100% allocated at about 35,000. I was really impressed by this recovery that we had here, getting above these previous spots here, but I was very concerned that that we wouldn't get above this 30 exponential moving average on the 3-day time frame. In the previous video I did 2 weeks ago, I mentioned that there's two things that we were looking for. Either we break and clear through these exponential moving averages here on the 3-day time frame, getting a bullish cross and onwards and upwards was something that I was really hoping for. But we can't just hope and wish that the market does what we want. I was very aware that this could be a rejection point off the 30 exponential or around this mark, and we would start to fade down. And in that eventuation, which unfortunately did occur, I would get out of these trades, okay? And I'll show you where I got out of these trades and I taking profit on it. There's not much to see here on the 3-day time frame, except for that this candle here closed beneath this 7 exponential moving average. That's now a close between these 3 exponential moving averages. Not a good sign, okay? So let's go over to the daily time frame and review why I decided to get out. It's because we had the bearish cross on the daily time frame. So having bought down here, getting into what I was hoping would be a great, fantastic, long-term position to ride out for the next 6-12 months, it didn't happen. It still may happen, and that may be a foolish thing to have done to get out of those trades, but that's not the way that we do it at AlphanumetriX. We make a concerted effort to be safe and to be happy with the trades that we're in. So having bought here and being in this trade, I was really happy, and we got the bullish cross. It looked on the daily time frame, it looked like we were moving up, but we didn't. We broke down and had a bearish cross, and that to me was a signal that you got to get out of these trades. So I did clear out of these trades. I took about $28,000 profit on this trade, which is fantastic profit. But at the moment, I'm no longer in any of those long spot positions or leverage positions. So what kind of a position am I in right now? I'm actually in a short position. I'm going to bring up float, another indicator by AlphanumetriX. This blue line here is where I entered my short. It's actually only in a 1.5% profit right now, $1,000 profit. That's nothing special, but with the bullish cross, just historically looking back, you can see that the bullish crosses have been often a good chance to get a scalp short trade on, but not necessarily. So I'm not married to this trade. It's not a long-term position. It is just a scalp trade, but I'm happy. I'm ready to see that if this starts to tear down, I want to get something out of it. If this red line here is my stop loss, it's a soft stop loss. I've put it in at 5%. I haven't programmed it into my trading at the moment. But if we start to recover here and start to move up again, I'll get out of this trade. I'll just take a loss on this trade. But until that happens, I'm happy to sit in it and see if I can make some money on the downside here. I don't recommend shorting Bitcoin unless you're extremely experienced. In my spot positions, I'm just in cash. This is a leverage trade short, and it's not a very big one in my standards. With shorting Bitcoin, I have a different philosophy. If you look back at the long-term scale of Bitcoin, you'll see that it's always up. It's always up if you scale right out. So when I'm in a long position, I'm happy to sit in a position of a long position for a really long time and let it go for 6 months, 12 months, and really capitalize on the move. For shorting positions, it's really different. You can make a lot of money shorting Bitcoin, but I don't want to be sitting in a short for 6 months, 3 months, something like that. If this just cracks down, bang, and we have a big dip, I'll just cash in that trade. It's just a scalp for me, a short position. And as I said, if we come up here and start to move up here, I'll just get out of it, take the hit on it. But it is something that I'm interested in doing right now because of the current setup. This, to me, it doesn't look great. So what does that mean for Bitcoin? Going back to the daily time frame here and turning float off. What does that mean? What are we doing now? If we're in my main focus is to be in long positions, okay? So forget about that short scalp for a second. What are we looking for on a macro level for Bitcoin? Well, the same thing we were looking for right here in November of last year when we had the bearish cross. We are looking for a green diamond on a 3-day time frame. You'll notice that the green diamond never printed here because we had such a great response off it. So it just resets. We go back to the same thing again. If we come down here, if it starts to filter down here and get lower lows and the price rolls over, once we get that 3-day green diamond, I will start setting buy orders, okay? And that's where I will start DCAing into Bitcoin. Between the 3-day green diamond and the weekly green diamond is my DCA zone for Bitcoin. Looking back on the weekly time frame, we all know what we're looking for, the green diamond right here. So I'll repeat that. On the 3-day time frame, once the green diamond appears on the 3-day time frame, I will start setting buy orders and start systematically buying Bitcoin the lower we go, all the way down to the weekly green diamond. That's one possibility that could occur. The second is quite obvious. We start to see a recovery on Bitcoin. We start to move up, and if we get a daily bullish cross, perhaps even a 12-hour bullish cross, okay? So if we start to regain that 42,000, we're looking at a 12-hour time frame right now. If we can roll over here and we can get a 12-hour bullish cross at around 42,000, well, I'll just get back in long again. And I'm happy to say, well, I shouldn't have sold here. That was probably a mistake, but we have no idea how far down this is going to go. So we have to act accordingly. Thought that was going to be a great trade. It doesn't look like it's going to be. So, this could just come down to here, print a higher low, and then, have a W-shaped recovery, and we're off again. But that's the point of AlphanumetriX. We won't miss that trade. We may miss out on some, but we took profit here. We took a really good profit here. If this rolls over and gets a bullish cross, well, we just get back in and we're off onwards and upwards. It's all sunny. That's what I would love to happen. But we're prepared for the alternative, which is a crash, a further downside, at which point we'll start getting back in. At this point, I have no idea where that low point would be, obviously, but I'm prepared for it. This zone right here really is a scary time. I wouldn't be rushing into any trades in this period, in this uncertain period. I mean, between 36,000 and 42,000, that's a real as Fibbo Swanee would say, liminal space. And I really like that phrase that he's used there. That's a no man's zone, a place where it's so uncertain that you're probably going to get chopped out if you're looking at lower time frames. Wait for the market to decide whether that's a recovery here. We get above 42 and we start to look like we're moving back up, then you've got plenty of time to get in. We have an infinite upside, so don't stress about missing this $2,000 or $3,000 move. Fuck that, don't worry about that, let that go. If we drop down and we flash crash, or if we just spend the next 6 months, 12 months meandering down, we will get a chance to get in and buy from a position of strength. I'm going to go over to Ethereum for a moment because the Ethereum trade was exactly the same. Oh, I actually used a different chart for that. Bear with me 1 second. 2,200 we bought Ethereum, and we also bought it 2,500, giving us an average entry of 2,350 here at this blue line. As we came up, we actually cleared out of this trade at $3,000. Great trade, great profit, but now we're just out. Again, same situation. Either a green diamond occurs down here or wherever it occurs, we're looking good, or on a daily time frame, we get a bullish cross and we start to get above. Look, I wouldn't be rushing into Ethereum until we get above that either 3,300, something up here, recovered, or a lower time frame, a higher time frame green diamond. So that's the show for the week. As you can see, it sounds like I'm a bit all over the place. I'm a bit out of step today. I don't know. I couldn't find my rhythm, but you get the point. I took profit on those trades, took a fantastic profit, and now I'm comfortable and waiting for the next move, whether that's a lower buy or a recovered Bitcoin into a bullish crosses, which we can safely get into buying into strength. This is how you should be trading. Seriously, this is how you should be trading. I'm not losing any sleep. Totally comfortable. Disappointed that the trade didn't kick on and we didn't make millions of dollars on this one trade, but we'll get the next one. We still made profit, didn't lose any money. Now we're safe, secure, looking for the next entry. Thanks again, guys, for your continued support. I'm sorry again I missed last week's show. I might even miss next week's show as well. I have to travel for work as well this week. I'll be away the whole week, but I'll still try and get one together. It just might not have the green screen and that behind me because I'll be away. Thanks again for watching. Have a wonderful week. Stay safe trading. AlphanumetriX.com signing off.